Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the adventure mode, where today we're going to try and make our new bestest friend a permanent member of our little legion. We have, of course, the Valiant, which we copied in the previous video, which we stolen in the previous video, which we are now going to be using as our main ally. I don't know if I am going to have a true fleet, because one problem which is already occurring is there is a little bit more lag when both of these ships are active, because they're not really the smallest. This is already a 23k, and mine is far, far too large itself. So I don't know if it will be permanent, but that's what we're going to find out today. We're going to be testing out if I can even give it proper fleet commands, since in the previous video, it simply didn't work. As you can see, for some reason, it keeps on trying to go, I don't even know where, and I can't stop it from doing that. I have tried pretty much everything. If anyone knows how to do this, then tell me. So, the only way I can really think that this is going to work is if we drag it along on the main ship using the holders, and then release it during combat, which I think will look really, really funny if we release it mid-air. So that's our goal, to have this thing released mid-air to go and combat enemies until I press a button and then return it back to us. Which means we're also going to have to mess around with this target prioritization to make sure it goes after enemies I want it to go after. Right now, there's a tiny little enemy in distance. I know using third person I'm trying to avoid it, but yeah, this thing is absolutely tiny, and I just want to see how these shells truly react when they hit something. Even if it is adorable. Please hit the adorable thing. At any point. The shells are not quite as fast as I originally thought they were as well, which is something to note. It's quite a distance away. Yep, not doing oh, I'm dying. Why am I dying? Oh, the Heartstone. Oh, yeah, we didn't have enough engine power for the Heartstone. I need to get to the other ship soon, or if I can just repair this. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Things aren't going wrong at all. It's all in your imagination. Why is there a black line there? I swear I saw like a black line. Yeah, what is that? Well, I'm glad I'm starting things off with sanity. Okay, I'm sure there's a bridge here somewhere, so can I please get true control over the ship? That would be wonderful, thank you. Or I could just warp through the metal itself. Okay, I am now part of a mimic. Sanity isn't going to be here today, is it? So I'm pressing backwards and it isn't going backward. There we go, well done. I think it's because I had the fleet control on. Let's just turn everything off for the time being. Let's return to the main ship. Now, how do you actually enter the bridge? That's my question. I assume this door here. Aha, I see ladders. Oh, okay, now we're at the top of them. Aha! I can see nothing from here. Okay, that's pretty cool. We do need something like this on our main ship, and then cameras and stuff, so I can sit there. It would be a very interesting experience. I can't get down. That's actually too small a gap for me. Well, I'm trapped for all eternity. Okay, so I can get my big butt down here. There we go, and now I can escape once more. Okay, let's get back to the main ship and let's figure out all this. So what I need is when I release that fella, it then also turns on all of its AI. Well, I can do that manually. It's not really too much of an issue. I just need the ability to release it to be under manual control. Otherwise, every time there's an enemy close by, I'll end up dropping it, and that'll just be really, really annoying. Also, need to turn off those missiles, the anti-missile missiles, because they're firing constantly and just wasting ammo. Okay, let's go to flight mode. Oh, no, that was not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna pretend all this is completely normal. How does that look? That looks like it's merged with it. No, it's upside down. It's upside down, isn't it? Yep. Oh no! Well, we could release it like that. That's not quite what I had in... Oh, they're the black lines, okay. Let's fix that. When that ship was flipped, I just noticed something. Now, it's a bit subtle, but yeah, right there. There's a block which is coloured wrong. Ugh, honestly. Sometimes I've got to do everything around here. Well, yep, there we go. Everything's back to normal. Okay, carrying on. Let's figure out how we can get this thing working. Are you knocking off? Okay, just for now, I'm going to quite literally remove this weapon. Oh, hello, that's the control block. Okay, well, for now, then I'm just gonna remove you. Goodbye. Now these two will stop firing and destroying the main craft. Okay, then let's figure this... Oh, there's an enemy. Let's figure this out in just a second. Please say the enemy is easy enough to destroy. Don't know what that is, actually. Must be said. Not a clue. Fire the scouting weapons! Actually, I should fire these. These generally do better at being scouting weapons. The palisade. Okay, so that's not too much of a threat then. There's a chance we can knock this out at distance. Nice bit of EMP damage, spread out quite widely, so hopefully that disabled something. Also, I think very soon I need to add the railgun to the back of the craft, so when I broadside, I don't also spin. You don't generally see many ships spinning when they broadside. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's completely normal and I'm completely crazy. I have been told that before. By many people. Some therapists. Okay, it seems like it's been turned off weapon-wise, so we'll just leave it there in its turned off state. So, how am I going to get this thing done? So the tractor beam, annoyingly, doesn't have complex controls, which would be my easier option, because I'm a dum-dum and those are things I can actually understand. But we do have this. Aha. Yeah, I could quite easily set it up so that I have one control block to turn it on, one to turn it off, and those can be set at specific buttons. So let's quickly set that up. Let's see how that is, and if it's okay, we'll put this inside of the craft rather than just kind of sticking out there, really. Okay, in theory this should work. There we go. We can drop it on command. Probably should have set up the reattach command before doing that, but you know, that would require a functional brain. There we are. Excellent. So we can drop the ship, then we can recall the ship. Whoa, the recalling is way faster than the dropping. Good to know. All we need now is like chains or something to make it look a bit more like it's not just floating there via our own psychic powers. Also, our PID is struggling to keep us stable. I thought weight didn't apply to things you're holding like that. What have I done? It's something I ask myself way too often these days. Also, I don't think I can go much faster than this. If I do, I think I'm going to essentially just outpace the holder. Let's find out what happens. So back to our current max speed, which I'm still thinking about increasing. Oh, no, that's fine. We are losing altitude, which is interesting. Yeah, so is weight... No, we are now regaining it very slowly. I have no idea. Perhaps it's just all the stuff we've added recently. That's something I can figure out later. Right now, it's no real concern as long as we can fly off. This is only outside of combat anyway, so if we were in combat, it would be a matter of drop our ally. It's so weird thinking of something as a friend. And then we go down as well. And there we go. And then we can return back to the skies. Oh god, what happens if I don't return to the skies? Then our ally becomes the sub. Yep, that then becomes a submarine. This is so stupid. Oh, blue portal. We narrowly dodged a blue portal. Although saying that, I will be going to difficulty 40 soon. Probably not in this video, because I'm just trying to figure out if this is worth it. It's going to be a really, really dumb video. Even by my standards. Oh yeah, it acts as a good PID system, which I'm knowing because we're under attack. Okay, focus on the right thing for once, guys. We're not ready yet for combat. What are you? Okay, release our ally, please. And then let's go to water level. We are about to be headbutting an enemy. Also, that was correct English. What are you? Don't know, take that. Goodbye to your missile system. We don't need any more friends, thank you. Oh, yep, thing I turned off its weapons. Ooh, it has a good PID system too. Neat. There goes that. There goes the PID. No. Guess who still hasn't added fuses? That would be me. I'm going to add fuses when I add the next railgun, so I'm going to do an overhaul to the weapon. Or Hesh, which comes with an added fuse. Well, you got a lot of PID defense. You're definitely Steel Striders. But if you excuse me, I was testing things out, so I'm just going to blow you up instead. How about that? I like the part where there's the explosions. That's my favorite part. Learned your lesson? I'll take that as a yes. And you won't learn anything ever again because you no longer have a brain. Now, back to what I was doing. Wait, weren't there like little craft? Oh yeah! Hello. Well, they're just adorable. I kind of don't want to kill them. Also, can we stop going backwards so I haven't got smoke in my face every second? Thank you. Oh, they even heal each other. That's really cute. They can be our new seagulls! Or we could just destroy them. Oh, they have oh. Now I understand their name. So they have anti-munition systems built in. Cool. Once again, they are dead, but, you know, it's cool nonetheless. Oof. Yep. Did I get the materials from the thing we just destroyed? No, I didn't, and I really should, because it's 5,000, so let's grab that. Then we'll continue to figure out how we're going to use all of this. We're close already. We can already drop it on will. We just need to make sure that it turns on as soon as it gets dropped. Okay, let's just see if this works, eh? So we drop the ship. Oh, that is so weird to be on the ship while we do that. And then when we land... Plop. There we go, that activates. Good. So what we can have is... combat and allow fire. Yeah, so have one for combat... Then we do the exact same and have this one for firing. And then we'll have the opposite of that for when we collect the ship. And then suddenly, psychic powers. As it floats towards us. And then I'm going to change its target prioritization so it targets the closest enemy. I think that's going to be the easiest way, really. Then make sure it has failsafes, which will detect us, its ally. And then it's our bestest friend for the rest of time and space. Oh yeah, I didn't even check about going through a portal. Now, I've been told it's fine. I've been told this. If I find out it's not fine, I'm going to be rather upset. Also, sorry ship, but I don't know what you are anymore, honestly. So I've lost a lot of the stuff I've just been doing because the game just crashed. It turns out you shouldn't descend whilst you're grabbing the ship if they're going to intersect like that. Although they don't actually cause damage to each other, they can cause problems. Ooh, the Heartstone blew up on this one. No, it didn't. My own Heartstone blew up. Oh, I'm destroying my own heart. Sounds like a really bad song. So, I was just having a nose around the craft, and can someone explain this to me? There appears to be a mannequin being attacked by chairs. I'm gonna just ignore that. You, on the other hand, are looking into a wall, possibly crying. Since there is no window here, Oh, are you playing hide and seek? Is that what's going on here? It's either hide and seek or a really weird set of violence. And you have cat ears. How do you have cat ears? I have chosen a weird ship to be my friend. Okay, now, one thing I've noticed is the steam engine on this thing is a real material burner. So what we need to do as well is turn off that. But right now, what I want to test out is just if I've got all this correctly. So, all this correct, rather. Right now, weapons are off, movement is off. I then release our friend. Whee! It says. And then we land in the water, and just before we land, these should swap over. Or swap over. Okay. Then I pull you back, and you swap back off. Excellent. So all I need to do then is also turn off your engine whilst you're not moving. Also, your energy is at like 0. What we could do is swap out its steam engines for a large battery storage, and then we can simply share energy with the main craft. The main craft, of course, is only really producing energy when it's not using its fuel engine, so it's purely RTG based. That way it wouldn't be constantly burning up steam, or burning up materials to make steam. I can just not use my words today. It's been a weird few days. You know what, I think that's what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to destroy the steam engine's radiation level's critical. What just detonated? I'm assuming a nuke just went off somewhere. Always good to know when a nuke goes off and you can't even see it. Okay, I've now also set up a supply line, which means now the main craft will start to feed the Valiant. This way the Valiant will have all the ammunition and energy at once. So, now I've done that, we can start conversion work to convert its steam engines into batteries. Which aren't going to be as good, but at the same time, I can't really afford to keep that much material burn. It's a little bit horrendous, so I'm going to turn off that engine right now, in fact. Okay, there we are. The energy reserves are now being transferred along with everything else. Wow, this thing can hold a lot of ammo. We are going to produce an insane amount of ammo for this thing. Going to change that. Valiant, could you only hold like 20% ammo? That would be good. Ooh, my camera went a bit funny then. Okay. Currently just using third person because it's easier to swap rather than going to tactical view then selecting the other ship. What else do we need to do then? So the steam engine no longer works at all. I've just turned it off for now. I will do a full rehaul later. Right now, I just want everything to be functional. Later, I'm going to do some serious conversion work to make this craft into my own, because that's going to be way more fun. So here's my idea for having the craft look like it's actually being held. So we have a spin block here, which I'm going to set up with some control blocks to respond to the same input as when we drop and withdraw the craft. So when we drop the craft, what we're going to do is have the spin block move into position like this, using a couple of mimics, which are just the chains, but huge, and then they can hold it like that. Remember as well, these are mimics, so they're not actually here. They're actually here and here, so they're not causing any interactions, they're not causing any issues. It's just so it looks like we're holding the craft rather than floating it with our magnificent might. Also a seagull. Hello, seagull. And then once we drop the craft, this will go back to 0. And it'll go back into the craft itself, and we'll have some metal here so it looks like it's being held in place. Not very intrusive, and it's a really simple solution, which is good, because I'm a very simple person. So I'll set up 4 of these, because I think that'll look nice. Or 3. 3 or 4. 2 at the front, 1 at the back, or 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Then after that, we'll set it up to the control blocks, and then we can do some proper battle tests. Maybe. Destroyed 1 small enemy attacking us, and now... Oh, it's the palisade from earlier, so these things aren't even firing anyway, so yeah. They're saying that, it looks like you have fired some missiles. Oh, well, you're dead now regardless. Just while we're doing pretty much nothing we're building, I've just entered a blue portal. This way it should make things a lot easier in terms of building up our new craft, and of course it will increase the difficulty substantially. I wanted to drop down, but apparently the ship won't let me go. Okay, then. I'll just stay here and build on the other craft. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, this should work. So we release our bestest friend. The chains go back into the craft. Again, we'll make it look a bit better in the future. And then, once it reattaches, the chains go back down. Admittedly, so slowly. It's in place long before they get there. But that's fine. And honestly, that doesn't look terrible, because it's already intersecting into the hull. And I've decided as well, only one at the front, two at the back, which is what I meant, because for some reason I thought it was back to front there. Either way, I think that looks absolutely fine, at least for a nice basic overview. I mean, we haven't actually done many proper tests yet in battle with this thing, so I don't even know if I'm truly going to keep it. So, you know, there is that. I assume I'm going to keep it. It's going to take quite a lot for me not to keep this, because it is a load of fun. And we do have enough resources to do loads of things as well already, so we don't particularly need that. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to spend our materials on, by the way, hence why I'm not doing much to the main craft. There's still loads of options. I'm almost certainly going to add a new railgun, which is going to be an improved version of the one at the front, at the back, that way we don't turn when we fire it anymore, which would be really nice. I'm thinking about adding a laser system, and I've decided with the fuel engines, I'm not going to learn them all that much yet, because apparently another overhaul is heading our way, so don't want to learn them that many times, but also we have so many resources and we turn it on so rarely, I don't think we should go with the fuel-efficient option. I think space-efficient, to stop increasing our volume as much, and power-efficient is probably what we're going with. Well, power-efficient is a weird way of saying that, so high power and space efficiency, but it's going to be an absolute fuel drinker. Which, again, shouldn't really be too much of an issue, especially if we add some refineries, which will only activate when we're in ship mode. We can even add a refinery to this craft if we're not going to re-add its drones, which is looking likely now, so lots of things we can do there. Okay, let's test that one more time. So we release, all is well and good, we grab it back, all is good and well. So all I want to do now, for the rest of the video, is we're going to go through a red portal or two, and we're going to get into a fight, hopefully with something interesting, and we're going to see if this is something which we're going to keep. I'm thinking yes. But you never know, maybe something dreadful will happen, and then we can put this in the superstructure itself, which is the other thing I'm probably going to spend on. But again, I'm not sure. Lots of people have said they want to see a laser system, and honestly, so do I, so that requires a fair bit of resource as well. I think after we get into some big fights, that's when we're going to start converting the ship again, and that's likely going to be one of the final conversions. Oh, we cannot go this fast and hold our friend. Okay, good to know. Oh wait, did I just leave it? Nope, I actually just left it. I forgot to re-grab it. That could be the problem. So note to self, don't leave your child behind. I'd make a great parent. Okay, gone through the red portal. Just gonna stay put until we see our first enemy, then we can do a quick test battle and decide whether we're keeping this thing or not. It does make the game run a little bit slower, but honestly, it could just be the extra volume, which will probably happen as well as we add things to our own craft. Although, with our materials, what we could do is stop adding things and start improving what we already have. I know, actual improvements might be a bit weird for this channel, but it is a possibility. An enemy lamprey. So I've just released our craft, and yep, all that damage is being done by our friend. Didn't really get to see much of it, I've got to be honest. I was building just the enemy spawned, but there we are. Well done. So we'll bring it back. And hopefully next fight I'll be paying a bit more attention. I do apologise for that. When you're waiting around for like 15 minutes, you do get a bit distracted. Something else I just realised is its propulsion is completely steam-based. So what we're going to need to do is replace them with regular blades, which can use the energy from the batteries. That is really irritating. Didn't even think about that until just then when I was looking at the back of this thing. Long distance, I've just released our craft, so we can see what shells can do. Oh, there was some internal damage there, and there. Remember, these railgun shots penetrate through armor and then detonate. It may not seem like they're doing much damage on the initial hit, but they will be breaking things inside. I'm just continuing to go around in circles to spawn in more enemies. But this is nice. We can destroy enemies without even trying. Just release our little friend, and let him do all the work. Although, I might let them get a bit closer than this. We are landing quite a few hits, but our missile systems clearly are not landing. Same with the torpedoes, by the looks of things. Oh, no. Oh, they're almost hitting. So close. They might just about make it. Truly gripping action. Nope, that one got bounced. Wow, these are nasty torpedoes. Dink. And suddenly, us. So this is what it looks like from the other person's perspective. This is such a cute craft as well. This is the Thunderchild. But yeah, definitely need it to be a bit closer range next time. Still though, at least this proves it works. I did add some movement to it. Does it want to be broadsiding the enemy or what? Oh, circle at a distance, okay. It is using these, kind of? Okay, yeah, so one thing we need to do then is just check its AI. Let's see how it's set up. Because I have a horrible feeling that the steam engine turbines were also controlling some of its turning. Oh, there's someone over there. Our friend instantly turned to fight it, so what we're going to do is finish off the one over there ourselves. Once again, that's a little bit too far away. I think when I'm watching my ally fight, I will go in third person, otherwise we're just not going to see what's happening. Oh, is it a little warden? Yeah, I've seen so many of these. I like the wardens. They just look so full of pain. Just so many weapons. So full of pain. That sounds really weirdly edgy. Ooh, nice hit. Is that a little propeller there, or is that a hole we just made? Nope, that's a hole we just made. Okay. Well, there's a propeller inside, but still. Oh, there's the torpedoes. The smaller ones, I think. No, these are the regular? Hard to tell. Either way. Much better once they start to get in range. Need to have it so it doesn't fire the missiles, though. Wait. Is what I thought was a torpedo earlier actually a missile bouncing? No, they were properly underneath. I clearly need to check up on the craft more. I could be wrong again there. Don't worry, I'll do some more checking up off camera. It's kind of interesting just going in circles, having our ally defend us. If we had enough of them, or we upgraded this to be a bit larger, we could just AFK and just have this thing deal with everything. Who are you firing at? No one, apparently. You're just a bit broke. Yeah, I think I've decided I am going to keep it. I think I'm going to make some changes to it. I think it needs to be longer range with its missiles and everything else. If we're going to deploy it essentially as a sentry turret, it's definitely the range, which is going to be the biggest problem. Also, are you holding 100,000 of my material? Oh, you shouldn't be holding material at all. Okay, something else I need to change. Material, you. None. You don't need it anymore. You're not using your steam engines. And apparently you're out of range to receive power from the main craft, so all of your engines are offline right now. How are you still firing your railguns then? Oh, yep, we just got in range. Now receiving power and everything else. Suddenly everything's back online. Oh, the Orca has just appeared, and our Valiant has just instantly changed target to it. First hit doing a lot of damage there, breaking off lots and lots of stuff. So I've decided we're definitely going to keep it, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through a blue portal, and we're going to make changes to it in the next video. That's what the whole episode's going to be, converting the Valiant into what we want it to be. Now, of course, the Valiant itself is already an amazing vehicle. I don't think anyone's going to dispute that. It's more, I want it for very specific purposes, and it's not currently doing them as I would like it to. Since I'm going to use it in a very weird way, we need it to reflect that, and currently, it just isn't. Now, where is that blue portal? I'm sure I saw it a second ago. Am I going crazy? There it is, okay. So we are currently at difficulty 33. In the next video, the minimum we're going to be at is 40. Oh, actually, yep, that's pretty much guaranteed anyway, since we're going through a blue portal. I've been told a lot that about 60 is where I should be, by quite a few people. But either way, it's going to be 40 plus from now on. I'm not going to decrease the difficulty, obviously, so we should be seeing a lot more scary opponents. And honestly, we saw some new stuff today already, and that wasn't even really staying in an area for very long. We're definitely going to see far, far scarier things. Which is nice. Okay, let's go through the portal. And there we are. We're now in difficulty 43 already, and that's before we go through the red portal. Okay, so with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next video, I will be sure to try and do as much conversion work as possible, and I should have longer to record as well. Things have been weird over the last few days, honestly. I didn't even get to have my birthday really just to relax, so yeah, lots of weird things going on really with the real world being real. Thank you, and goodbye. And plop. I do adore the Valiant. Our bestest friend.